What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 4 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Fay Enchantress Old World Classic campaign. So as we saw last time, our first errantry has begun and we have moved through Chateau Levar or through the Novalon Pass southward into the territory of Miragliano, the Gulf of Pearls, wherein we destroyed the vast majority of the faction of the Ramateb dynasty, and in fact, I think we'll peace out with them rather than head down through the territory of these guys, mostly because we're not going to attack them most likely, and Viadatsa, Abino, I kind of don't like how there's so much territory being shared, though. It might be nice to actually take Viadatsa from these guys, which the easiest way to do would be to take Urbimo. But then, you know what, I don't think we can do that at the same time as what I want to do, which is potentially, since we saw Miragliano fall last episode, try to catch the Skaven as they take Abino. Now granted, that may not work out, but it's sort of the plan. So you know what, yeah, we'll still peace out with these guys. 3.3k ain't so bad. And then I guess we gotta move. Alright, so what we're doing this episode is trying to catch the rats and trying to catch the orcs at the same time, essentially. So, Fay Enchantress, we're gonna start with you. We're gonna move you up here past Ravola, close to Abino. And everybody else. Now, Bertrand the Brigand, we will probably want to start getting his own army up and running this very episode. I would like to perhaps build, maybe temporarily at least, the regular Outlaws camp. It's going to take a bit before we are fully able to construct the Erimo hideout. Which will give us access to Brigand crossbows and the, well, basically the good stuff, but we can at least build the basics out of this, and I'd rather get started on it, minus the fact that we can't afford it right now, but we should soon be able to. The critical stuff, though, is, wait, so we need to get another recruiter lord to get our brand newly available Grail relics. So in that light, let us recruit at Embrun because it's the furthest territory. And we will grab a... Is there anything interesting here? I did like that Virtue of Empathy for the armor reduction for all units. I've been tempted to level this guy, though if there's another shepherd... Oh, there is another shepherd. Yeah, you know what? We'll take the other shepherd. And we will level you once we can get you an army. Alright, for now it's Shepherd. Shepherd, yes. I really don't want to pay for this, but it is what it is. Yeah, just do it, just do it. Bite the bullet.
What is your behest?
Let's make it a little bit less costly by losing the horse, Inspiring Presence, Route Marcher, and I guess we'll go Bonded Service for you and reset you once you're at rank 10. Probably the way to do it. You will get our 2 Grail relics here, though wait. What's our recruitment thing? We have a recruitment, wait. Local recruitment capacity +2. We do not have a recruitment thing. Oh, okay. Well then. Let's get... Tempted by some of the, well, Knights Errant, not the questing Knights. Either way, we get a couple of the Grail relics right now. And we will deliver them. And then hopefully we'll save up enough money to build the Brigand structure. Yes, and hopefully not accidentally start yet another errantry, but, you know, if we do, we do. Them's the breaks. As some of you have pointed out, the errantries keep starting because as soon as we hit the peasant's purpose, this is what begins it, which is not a bad thing. It's just that it's a lot of errantries going at once, essentially. But anyway, you are going to go here. I guess the Fay Enchantress has a tendency to spam errantries just by virtue of the fact that she gets the high-rank lords, essentially, very quickly. Anyway, that's good. We've got Inez, who is where she's supposed to be, and Raymond Diderot. We were going to send you northward, perhaps to identify Aquitaine and gain vision of these guys, though... I'm actually now having somewhat second thoughts because we don't actually want to get visions of the Barrows of Quilla, or rather the Broken Axe, because most likely they'll immediately declare war on us. So you know what, I think maybe we'll wait on that and rather send the Friar down here to join our armies. And keep an eye on the other Friars as well. I'm really curious to see what other traits they can get. There's also the damsels. We can't recruit any right now, but in the near future, I really want to grab this one, Favored by the Lady, to get the increased range.
Your behest?
That'll be very helpful in, well, actually several possible armies. Either way, I believe that's it, minus the diplomacy, so let's give that a quick check. Maragliano and Vizea we're ignoring for now. And we could go for the defensive alliance with Gisoro, but I think we'll keep it to the non-aggression stuff because this will give us a vision of enemy factions. I somewhat regret the defensive alliance with Marches of Kuhan, but at least they're far enough away so that they probably won't give us vision. Maybe, possibly. We'll see. Anyway, let's do this. Skip, building upgrade available. Yeah, we don't have the money for it. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped the gun on the... on these guys, but we gotta wait until this is tier 4 anyway, and on top of that... we should upgrade this as soon as possible as well. All things at the same time. I want those Grail Relics on field and doing Grail Relic stuff ASAP, so let's end the turn. Alright, while the turn is ending, two things. First of all, I imagine this fourth episode is going to be posted a little bit later today than usual. I would... the time that I would normally record it at, I couldn't record it, unfortunately. Just because the patch rolled in, and then I had to roll back the patch and then deal with the outdated mods and, you know, set that up to get the whole thing working again. So unfortunately, I ran out of time. So it'll be recorded after work rather than before work like usual. So a little bit late, but still today. And speaking of recording, we are still on the engagement streak. We have been maintaining it, and if we get 400 likes and 60 comments with this episode as well, we'll do a double episode still tomorrow or Sunday. Saturday or Sunday, definitely on the weekend. Heck, I'm having so much fun with this campaign, I might even do both. But anyway, we'll see. Fingers crossed and all that. And other appendages. Alexis Lore of Vizea. No. Oh, wait. Vizea's the one to the north of us, right? Wait, who's down here? No, this is Trontio. Oh, I saw Viadatsa and I thought it was Vizea. We got an Empire Captain for Esteban. You'll enjoy that. Alright, faction destroyed, Clusterite tribe and crossed clubs. Visenland and Nullen will confederate Middenland. Huh, that's early. That's interesting. Ooh, we got the Green Knight up and running. Yes. I think we get you on field, bud. Alright. And, interesting. I guess we went over 2,000 chivalry and then dropped back down somehow because we get the Green Knight at 2,000 apparently. Now... I see that the Skaven did not attack, but these guys have one settlement. I think we still wait. Stay right here. Wait, you are currently in the Crusade stance. You don't need to channel. Wait, channel? In camp? I guess we could spread the word. Costs chivalry, but it will get us a little bit of XP and stuff and make the army a little bit cheaper. I guess we'll spread the word. I'll just keep an eye on what's going on over here. I'm hoping that Abina will then get attacked while we...
Making my way.
Spellcaster.
Move in. Plus we got time to put the Green Knight in the army then and thus start leveling him. Almost tempted to send Bertrand the Brigand back here. Ooh, we have exactly 4,000, meaning let's build the Outlaws camp. I want this army separated and doing its own thing. I very much do not like the fact that Grisguts is running around here though. It's making me nervous. Alright, you go down here. And... I hope the aggressive, virtue of heroism. I like melee damage reflection, and I like, these are all fine. As some of you have pointed out in the comments, apparently the thing we want is called the Virtue of the Ideal, which is what gives us the armor, and yeah, that's the one I'm waiting on. Anyway, I believe that's a very quick turn. Let's double check Diplo in case somebody wants to do anything interesting. Telebec land, how about the non-aggression?
So be it.
Even if we gain vision eventually of stuff around you, that won't really matter much. And Gisoro wants nearly a defensive alliance again, but we will ignore that for now. Modron, however, any of the Wood Elf factions, basically, I'm willing to immediately align with. And yes, we will build the outposts in their territories soon. We got the main one, which is with Talzin. And I'd like to do a few more, but at the same time, we will probably... It's it's a hefty chunk of change, basically. But we'll see. Anyway, skip, and Green Knight. I'd like to get you fighting some stuff this episode. And yeah, I know we're waiting on some names, guys, but again, we are going to sort of rebuild some of these. Rats. I see rats. Now here's the question. Do we let the rats wipe them out? You know what? I think we do. And the reason I think we want to let the rats wipe them out is because if they're stuck in a Beano, which I can't tell. Does it have a port? Because if it doesn't have a port, they can't escape, right? Though the only annoying thing about this is that banning the fabricator is the one besieging it. But nonetheless. Now, this does maybe not seem like the most honorable thing to do, perhaps, but ironically, or perhaps appropriately, the Duke of Carcassonne is kind of known for being a little bit more willing to act in, you know, not perhaps the most honorable fashion, at least against his enemies. And thusly, maybe this is fine. Add a single unit of winged lancers. Alright, fair enough. I kind of wanted more gun units, but it'll work in hello. Iron ice armor. Oh, that is perfect. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. So the reason that that's perfect, yeah, Esteban, you've completed your caravan. That's great. Unusual location. Double hello. What do we have here? We have a healer's camp. Casualty or punishment trade +2 faction wide. No, it doesn't do that much. But I'll take it. I'll take it. A little bit of anti-plague is always nice. Really? Now we get the mission to recruit an additional lord after... Okay. You. Go this way. I assume these broken nose guys can't reach us here.
My lady calls.
And we'll like to recruit more shortly, but for now, let's wait until the Outlaws camp is complete. A and B will upgrade a few more things to get a little bit more money flowing. You, I guess, are waiting for another turn. I don't like it.
My magic
But it's what we're going with. Then we will take you.
My steps are guided.
We'll pop the... and I'll lose the peasant bows. They were never going to be kept in that army anyway. And... I'm almost tempted to put you in and spread the word as well, but let's not. Then the Green Knight, you're going to go into the Fay Enchantress's army. Then Bertrand... What's it like? Huh. You know what? You're going to go into an camp. I'm a little bit worried that Ikit will immediately attack us as soon as he takes this out. It's a possibility, right? So let's not chance it.
What is your behest?
Alicia, you're going to go here. You are going to go here, but you're also going to go into an camp. If he ambushes the Fay Enchantress, I just don't think it's going to go so well for him, so that one I'm okay with. Speaking of the Fay Enchantress, we are getting mana per turn, so I think we'll go quickly into Power Familiar and then Awakening of the Wood, and then grab... You know what? I think I value Shield of Thorns even more. It's just that good of a spell, so we're going to grab Shield of Thorns. Let's level these guys up. I'm just worried about a kid potentially attacking us. You can have... I mean, we should max out We Are the Elite. I still haven't decided between Blinding Majesty and My Vow specifically on this fella. I have decided on Word of Light because that's an easy pick. Free word save in area. Alright, looking good. Now, technically speaking, we don't need the training field here. It is providing us a little bit of a garrison, and we might swap the settlement out, but I'll just leave it for now. Alrighty, what about the rest of you? The Friar. Let's put to the Wayfarer Friar, right? You're gonna go into Renee's army. Well, actually, the Fay Enchantress could also use a Friar, can't she? So we can lose the other last bow. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. This way we can also start leveling this Friar. And if we find another one with a better trait later on than Wayfarer or... Boost Cravings is pretty good. Now, Friars are fairly slow at 35 movement speed, so this would actually be fairly helpful. You're at 53 movement speed, would allow you to reposition despite you not being on a horse. But, being a support hero, the fact that you would have a free potion of toughness X2 is also pretty darn good. I'll think about it. Virtue of Heroism, still the same, and yes, okay, so I did want to make sure that we grab the favor by the lady, because who knows if we ever see this one again. And I want to do this at Embrun. Alright. And what about the others? We could get a tech thief up and running right now if we really wanted to. We're at 215 research rate, but taking off with research rate early is not a bad idea. It's just costly. You know, let's see what our farms are looking like, and then we'll figure this out. Embrun is in need of an upgrade, but it's not as critical as Castle Carcassonne. We need to make sure that we have 6.4k to upgrade that as soon as we're ready, and we'll need to have enough money to upgrade or to recruit the outlaws. We'll delete this out of this territory eventually, but for now. Glen Boreal, I think we're soon going to start collecting income here, so let's go farm, let's go windmill, let's go upgrade the farm. And I know I said I wasn't going to invest in these, but I'm going to invest in these. At least a little bit. And then I still haven't decided between this and the Shrine of the Lady, because it gives us income from adjacency, but there's only this adjacent, and that's probably not worth it at this current time, so we'll just leave you as you are, and use you for capacities. For now, then... Oh, I forgot to send the new caravan, darn. Or was it this turn? Return to capital 2 turns? Alright, you. Skills. What do we have here? You will want to get, I think, Wayfinders. Still, we really don't want you getting ambushed, regardless of anything else. Yeah. And then you are going to go again. Now, you have gotten Wood Elves. Last time you went to Tor Lithanel. We could send you to Kingsglade, though ironically I think that'll identify the Broken Axe Orcs. Yeah, but... we should... Wait, can you go this way? Yeah, go this way. It's 1 extra turn, 6 turns like this, 7 turns like this, eh? 5 turns to Winterfall Palace. You know what? Maybe go to Winter... Oh, wow. It's an extra turn for significantly more gold at Kingsglade. You know what? Now we're going to Kingsglade, and you're combining Wood Elves and Regu Elves now, so just do this. And I hope that you don't get killed by the orcs. If you get killed, you get killed. That's the risk when you run a caravan. Alrighty, money-wise... Right, we're not collecting this until the windmill and the farm, and, well, technically we'd want to upgrade this as well, but anyway. Skip. A little bit of admin to start this episode, but I think this is pretty critical. If we can wipe out Ikit, it would be really great for the sort of early portion of this campaign. Really? He's not going to attack? Coward. Alright, I hope that he doesn't do that thing where the AI just besieges for like 50,000 turns, because that would be unfortunate. On the one hand, it will give us time to recruit and sort of grow while we don't necessarily go around, but it will waste our errantry time, which is not so great. Alright, Ikit, you are gonna win this, right? Let me just... I should maybe take a look at what he's got in his armies. The other option is what we could do is we could... Oh. If we attack Ikit from, let's say, this direction... what is this? Non-aggression pact, no. If we attack Ikit from this direction, we could push him this way where he can't run. And then here... And I'm willing to bet the Fay Enchantress can move pretty far right now. Clan Skull destroyed, Modron... We could just, honestly, we could just destroy Maragliano ourselves if we really wanted to. They have 1 settlement, so even us attacking them probably won't make the other guys too angry. Huh. We shouldn't wait. Go into the Crusade. Or wait, go into regular stance, we'll use the Crusade to catch up. Go into this side of Ikit. Like so. I'm pretty sure he'll run, but in case he doesn't, we'll want the other armies nearby. So you're gonna go here. These guys are gonna be pissy about the trespassing. Oh no. Not the trespassing. I don't know why I said it like that. You go here, and Alicia, you go... I'm not actually sure you're in range, but I'm gonna go here. Alright, then you guys... Oh, funnily enough, you would be able to bring these guys in, but you know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm too impatient. You. Wait, oh, is that another army? You've gotta be kidding me. Well, I mean, it's the rats. It's the rats. They're gonna have other armies. And this is how we're doing it. We will join your war against Scryer, right? Oh, you're both at war with Scryer. Which one of you is willing to pay us more? We join your war against Scryer for 2,000 gold. Not bad. What about you? Join war against Scryer for 2,700 gold. Alright, so we'll do this. Is there any detriment to this right now? I hope not. Let's do it. Alright, then we attack Ikit from this direction. Hey, Green Knight leveled. Blessings of Shalia gives us additional campaign movement range. And that's what we're doing. Greater Magic Bond. Alright, I'd love to see him on the field. He's not going to level quickly. His first summon on his first time summoned. Oh, we're at 100 Valor again. You know what? Since the Valor has grown again, let's get the... yeah, I mean, it's only 10. Yeah. Let's get the immunity to contact effects. Here. Immunity to contact effects is extremely strong and extremely worth it. You need to join these guys. So go down here. And I just want to double check the paladins. Okay, they haven't changed. You will have changed. Soother and Empathic, don't care for either one of those. Sanctified is nice. Passive ability Guardian for all peasants. I'm actually very tempted to get a Sanctified one, but if we were to get one for the Fay Enchantress, it would have to be the Damsel of Beasts. Alright, either way, we gotta fight. We gotta fight. Does he have a nuke with him? He does have a nuke with him. Oh no. The Farquads are not gonna be able to move away. But it is what it is. Alright, no stance for you, right? Huh, actually, if everybody gets drawn in, if he doesn't run, then maybe we could bring these guys along. Alright, let's risk doing this. We're gonna pop you into Renee's army. Because it has all the stuff. Well, it has more stuff at least.
The lady is with you.
Like so. Then, you are a recruiter, but you will need to level. So I guess we'll just keep you here. Who's going to reinforce this, I wonder? Alright, I guess we're about to find out. He will run, okay. A little bit more annoying. But it is what it is. We may not be able to chase them all down. And our singular lords may get ambushed. Well, looks like Bertrand can still move, so we can use him to draw these guys out. Okay, wait. You cannot move? Maybe Crusade Stanton? No dice. No dice, unfortunately. So you're stuck where you are. Are you able to switch to Crusade? Okay, you're able to switch to Crusade. You know what? If we take back the Grail Reliques, I'm willing to bet, like this, you're going to be able to move again. So I think I'd rather have you leech XP. And we'll leave Bertrand to potentially attack these guys. You are not able to do anything, so go here. You can move in. And yes, this is unnecessarily complicated, but them's the breaks. Crazy how nature make that. Let's attack Ikit as he is then. And we'll see how that whole nuke situation goes for us. Away we go. Alrighty, here we go. The Green Knight is on the field, ready to take down Ikit Claw. And as for his nuke, let's see who he's gonna nuke, because we're hiding all of our peasants in the woods and we're gonna withdraw the trebuchet off the battlefield. His army is trash, and it's primarily clan rats, none of which are of any kind of threat. And the units that are a threat, the 1 unit of Giselles and 2 units of Rattling Guns, well, let's just say they're going to get charged and obliterated in pretty short order, like so. And the enemy is trying to hit us with Warp Lightnings, I take it, but they're missing. Oh, poor Ikit, and this is exactly what would happen to the nuke with the cavalry. Oh, these Knights Errant are going to become Knights of the Realm very quickly at this rate, perhaps after this very battle, though admittedly with not a lot of enemy units on the field, that might not happen. Anyway, Ikit's already been defeated, and the Green Knight is attempting to chase him down, but is much faster than him by the looks of it. Ooh, and the Green Knight delivers the final blow. And the enemy has not yet lost heart, surprisingly. And ooh, nice Warp Lightning managing to knock out one of our knights. But overall, by the looks of it, the enemy army has been crushed by our forces here. In 1 minute and 30 seconds, as fast as an ambush, effectively. While the Wardens of Montfort have led away the single unit of Doomflayers, which they've been focusing down. With that, the enemy army shatters at 1 minute and 40 seconds. As the nuke is on cooldown for 2 minutes, Ikit does not have the chance to drop it. Oh, poor little guy. I feel bad for the little fella, but what can you do? The nuke is such a cheap, obnoxious thing anyway. Alright, there we go. You know, it's funny, I didn't expect to win the battle so fast that the nuke thing wouldn't be a non-issue, but that's what it turned out to be. So we didn't even need to hide or withdraw our artillery or avoid using the peasantry. We just had to do was kill fast, which, you know, fair enough. We are obviously taking the money at the cost of chivalry, mind you, and at least somebody pointed out in the comments, apparently the Confederation is tied to chivalry, so perhaps we should try to pump those numbers up, but they will pump themselves up as well, so to be fair. Anyway, yeah, ransom those captives in a second. Knights Errant once again outperforming the Endesnay here, or Knights of Knee. Knights Errant are outperforming Grail Guardians, but it's by virtue of having larger models through trash infantry, so it does make sense. Or not larger models, more models through trash infantry. Either way, ransom captives, odd as that may sound. Good. Enemy killed in battle, and we get free research, as well as free armor, and wins a magic armor capacity. It does have some nice defeat trait stuff, and the Fay Enchantress completes her trough, the final one. Perfect Vigor, which we would get anyway. Free Valor generation per turn. I guess we need... You know, we should unlock those. Yeah, you know what? After this tech is done, after Wider Plows is done, we're gonna do Secret Decrees of Bretonnia just so that we can start going through these, because otherwise we're wasting Valor, and I don't like that. Yeah, so... You will presumably, or would presumably, be able to attack these guys. The question is whether they would run far enough away so as to get behind the river, which would be unfortunate, obviously. I guess we're about to find out. Renee, you're gonna go here. Then Bertrand, you are going to go here. Let's see how far they run. Is there anything else we need to do? I mean, oh, I was hoping that the Green Knight would have leveled here, but he did not. Let's increase mobility via the Friar. That alone makes Friars worth it. And thusly, pretty much every army is going to want one. You, Sir Amalric, you will want to start buffing up those Battle Pilgrims. And I suppose the Grail Relics as well. And I believe that's it. Alright, so, Fay Enchantress, hit up banning the Fabricator, please. He's gonna run. Let's see how far. Ah, you're gonna go this way. Huh. That's interesting. It's interesting, but it's not necessarily good. Because then... you're just at the edge of your range, eh? Renee and Bertrand. Would we be able to... Is the Fay Enchantress going to attack this guy? I want to knock out all three armies at the same time, if at all possible. Minus 49. We pretty much have to attack these guys now as well. And this army could very well quickly jump over the mountains and go to us, which would be a shame. Alright, let's try this. Bertrand plus... you cannot reach. And Renee, we can put you in the Crusade stance, like this here. I'm going to hope that the Fay Enchantress... Okay, you still can reach banning. Then, Bert... We're gonna send you this way. And I'm gonna hope that you have just enough to still reach this guy. Now, the question is, will he fight? He does have a nuke, but here, no losses really matter because they're all... Well, I guess Yeah, the real loss in the Fay Enchantress' army would be the trebuchets. Everything else doesn't really matter all that much. Anyway, since we're possibly going to fight, we should level up. You have generous spirit. I don't know whether you're ever going to keep bows. I guess we could reset you, so we could just do this right now. Or we could just keep building. You know what? We'll do this. Flock of Doom Spam is going to be real good against those rats, so let's do that. And then you guys, prepare yourselves. You will definitely want peasant proficiency. Huh, wait. I see the RMO here, but the Vigilant Elites is part of a different set. Interesting. Fair enough. We could grab... Well, basic training is fine. So close to rank 10, though. An open strength doesn't matter over much for ranged units. You know what, let's still grab Vigilant Elites, and we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4 once we level. Do that. Frankly, maybe I should have gone for Route Marcher, but it's too late. You too. Increase mobility, max it out. We are waiting to get tolerance and Guy's rules, rather, but we can get Gift of the Lady, which is a nice little passive physical resistance. Very short range, but still very useful, I'm sure. And then you, sir. You get Brigand Sparring. We will need this very soon. Raillery. We get this after 2 points, eh? I think this will be worth it now. Black Sheep's Fleece. Raillery. And this gives us perfect balance for merry men, melee defense, and mass defense. Or mass defense. I think I'd like the +3/+3, because the brigands we're about to get are going to start pretty darn weak. So we'll actually go into this, and maybe we start moving towards this. You know what, let's grab Tough as Nails, just for the extra XP. Alright, now, let's see if Geralt will attack or run. He will run. Good. In fact, very good. Now, you won't have to be the main attacker. We can go right here. We can go right here. Or right here. And then the Fay Enchantress will attack and kill them all at once. We just have to make sure that they all die. And you presumably still have that nuke. Again, it is a 2-minute cooldown. Can we kill all of these guys in 2 minutes before they drop a nuke? Well, our own reinforcements coming in 2 minutes, so it's once again left to the to these guys. I'm willing to risk the peasants, but I'm not willing to risk the artillery, I think. Go. Alright, here we go, gonna clear the way for the Green Knight and the Fay Enchantress as they head towards the enemy lord. This time, unlike last time, since the reinforcements are coming in 1 minute and 30 seconds, winning the battle before 2 minutes is up is pretty much impossible. In fact, I think it is impossible. Meaning, we are going to get nuked at some point here, and thusly, since there is no forest to hide the peasants in, and I refuse to withdraw them, they're going to be just all separated from each other. And we'll see who takes the hit. Anyway, Warp Lightning is going to come down, but our cavalry are obviously going to move too fast for them to be caught. Some very nice charging from the Knights of the Knee here. There we go, through the biggest blobs of enemies, while the Green Knight has apparently already defeated the enemy lord in the same way that he had previously defeated Ikit. There we go, very nice charge from these guys once again. It looks like 46,000 damage, very solid. Poor light infantry. And this first army is pretty much done, but the second army has arrived and we are nowhere near it to punish it. Oh, I guess there are a couple of units remaining still. Alright, well, it's time to get a few last charges in through these units, maybe whack away at them with the Grail Knights or Grail Guardian swords, rather. And then get ready to move to... the second army. Oh, I like this guy's little sort of green pennant. Completely different from the ones that we've seen so far. Neat. And 8 seconds. Alright, here comes the nuke, presumably. Where will it drop? Artillery, there it is, and by the looks of it, I don't think you're getting out of there, buddy. Nope. And instantly all the peasants get wiped out. Frankly, with all the warpstone in there, you probably wouldn't want to survive, as it's effectively like getting irradiated. And I guess if you're lucky, don't just get horribly sick and, you know, have your skin fall off. You might turn into a mutant, shunned by society, or burned and killed, so... Well, I guess it's a little bit safer as a peasant in Bretonnia in that regard, as peasants do have a tendency to occasionally sport minor mutations, wrong number of fingers, that sort of thing. The sort of thing that wouldn't really fly in the Empire and would get a nice witch hunter burning you. But anyway, we have the nuke having dropped and instantly wiped out one of our units, but that also means that our peasants can now, instead of standing separate from each other, march on in and fight the rats. Can't just let the knights do it, because the knights suffer no casualties. And the nobility demand their amusement by watching at least some of the peasants die. Anyway, looks like the battle pilgrims have arrived to help out the peasant mobs here, who are going to get kills but also going to take damage, because that's the way the mobs work. And again, we're going to replace all of the mobs in this particular army with, well, slightly stronger mobs, as we will want to take advantage of that extra 10 armor. It's not much, but every little bit counts. Green Knight. I forget, how long is he on the field? I gotta double check what the cooldown is. Is it 10 turns? Is it 20 turns? How long can we level him for? Either way, ooh, he's gonna chase down the enemy lord and deliver the final blow as he attempted to escape. Beautiful. There is, however, another enemy hero, a chieftain on field, currently dueling Sir Amalric, and actually doing surprisingly well. Would you look at that? Amalric's lost about 40% of his HP. I guess the plus 25 bonus from the anti-large is really working for him. Unfortunately for the poor little chieftain, there's more, well, there's more knights where that came from. And similarly, unfortunately, with that, his army breaks and the battle is ours. The peasants got to play, they also took damage, but, you know, I hate to leave them out. It's just that, you know, I can't send them in until, well, at least we can't send them in except for one at a time until the nuke has either been spent or isn't present. You get pets. Alrighty, there we go. One of our poor little men-at-arms got instantly obliterated, but you know what? That's why God created peasants, to take a nuke to the face. So, yeah, who else was gonna? And that is certainly a much better prospect than losing the artillery pieces. Otherwise, we have destroyed now several of these guys' armies. We will ransom the captives. And I take it we can't immediately reach this place now. Oh, actually, wait. Ooh, we can if Alicia attacks. In fact, I think we should. Oh, and Renee can do it as well. Alicia needs the levels more, right? You can't reinforce, or can you? I'm not entirely sure. Fay Enchantress, go here. You can go here. What do we have in terms of defense? I didn't even check. Bino, you are... Oh. I mean to press this. Yeah, decently well defended, so it'll be something of a fight. The hello hero gained by winning more than 90% of battles. What do you have to do? Gain by winning more than 90% of battles. Gain by winning more than 90% of thanks, game. Thanks. I guess we just keep winning more than 90% of battles. Is that ooh, banner of oh game. You just screwed everybody who's against our main army. First of all, Trickster Sound, change it out for the Iron Ice armor. I was excited about this because it can combine with the -5 melee attack that we gain from Mist of the -8 melee attack from the Mist of the Lady. So now -18 melee attack to anybody who's around the Fay Enchantress, which is nice. While we're here, I don't care for the Dawnstone, but there's nothing better, and we have no enchanted item to put here. So, we will take the Banner of Swiftness, and we will give it to the Grail Knights, or Grail Guardians. And also, I believe our Knights Errant are ready to become Knights of the Realm. Isn't that lovely? Alright, a little bit more expensive, but also they're being trained up as they should. What level do they need to be to become Questing Knights? 7. Yeah. Takes a bit of time to get there, go figure. But I like it. I also note that Peasants can be upgraded to Brigands, so if we really wanted to, the extra Peasants that we have here, we could Brigandize them. Not available for... Oh, never mind. I guess maybe this is not functional. Oh, maybe I need a submod for it that I don't have. It's showing it, but it's not... Odd. Tremendously odd. Well, whatever. I don't really care that much, to be honest. Oh, I don't like the fact that these guys are rebuilding their stuff. Anyway, you are at war with...
The time for talk is over.
The next Snappers. We will talk to the next Snappers. We will join your war against Morgiana. They're already effectively dead. For 2.4k gold. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Sorry, Miragliano, but, well, let's say Carcassonne, or at the very least the Duke of Carcassonne, has ambitions. Now, I guess we'll use Renee to attack instead of Alicia, although, again, Alicia has the additional need, because she's trying to get to rank 10 to start up another errantry. Yeah, go here. And we could just auto-resolve it. I wonder how well we'd heal here. Although, how many opportunities are we going to have to fight the Imperials? Technically speaking. Probably not a lot, right? Maybe we fight it just for fun. Kind of like in the way that we enjoyed that fight against Cathay with the Caravans. Yeah, I think we fight it. Alright, fight it we shall. It's not like we have to be wary of a nuke dropping on us. And oh, by not attacking with the Fay Enchantress, we can't Banner of Swiftness size the end as nay. Oh well. Oh, it's a minor settlement? Huh, oh, it'll take a little bit more work. Okay, go. Alrighty, here we go. For fair Bretonnia, we have a lot of single entities, a lot of heroes available in these armies now, but once again, we are going to send the peasants in. Although we should also try to level up our Knights of the Realm as much as possible, and there should be some good charging in here, so there is that to consider. Anyway, we're going to start by getting everybody into position. The Knights will be able to get into the battle quickly, but the peasants are going to take a while to rush, even with the savior trait. If only Nakari or Trutch Craventail were nearby, I'd love to go hunt them down and defeat them just to get even more move speed. It's just so good. Anyway, here we go. Luckily, the Grail Knights are so incredibly tanky that they're one of the few units that I'm not going to be afraid to rush into gunfire, so we'll take some hits directly from the enemy handgunners, and in fact, they will stagger us and stop the Endesnate here for a little bit, but then we'll get back and then use the cover of the walls to hide from the gunners while we rush through 3 units of crossbows, and then go uphill and then go back downhill. In the meantime, the Green Knight has closed the distance with the enemy lord here. Actually looks pretty darn good with the red, yellow, and white. And here come the Knights of the Realm to help out. Not that the Green Knight needs it, because he can't die. I mean, he can die in the game, but you know what I mean. Anyway, there we go. A nice little charge from the Knights of the Realm, doing solid damage to these swordsmen, but it looks like some pikemen with their anti-large are coming here. We've also got handguns nearby, and I believe several units of halberdiers. In the meantime, there are 2 towers attacking our units, and unlike the unlike the peasant bowmen, which are kind of terrible at taking down towers, it looks like lords are pretty okay at it. So Bertrand the Brigand, together with one of his minions there, took down that tower pretty fast, and will now be switching to focusing the second tower, which frees up our paladin, which was attacking the tower, to go and distract this pile of handgunners. Now, paladins are very much not killy. Look, he kills 2 units per blow by the looks of it. Yeah, 2 units with every blow. Which means that if this is 100 units, it's going to take him like 5 minutes to kill that 1 unit. But again, they're supposed to be tanky. Maybe go after single entities. Not so much on the splash damage. Anyway, the Knights of the Realm are continuing to fight, but have started to take a little bit of damage, so we're going to buff them up with the Harmonic Convergence and then back them out. I also just saw something like a Doombolt. Oh, that was the Black Arrow being launched by Bertrand the Brigand. Our peasants are finally starting to approach, again, much slower than the Knights, but are getting there. Now the peasant arrows start to fill the air and the trebuchets are firing, while the Grail Knights have been fighting this entire time. And while we've been leaving the mortars alone to fire, they've been starting to damage the peasants. We will thusly charge into them now. And yeah, the Grail Knights, once again, they just don't care about anything here, anywhere. They've taken effectively no damage and have healed the damage that they've taken. But again, pretty lore accurate there. At least to some degree. I mean, this is a pretty big cohort of Grail Knights. 16 on field at once. That's scary for anybody's army. Anyway, the arrow rain has come down. Fay Enchantress and Green Knight both fighting with similar sort of attack effects. Green Knight is surrounded by halberds and pikes, but I don't imagine it's going to be too concerning for him. Some of the Knights of the Realm have been brought down, well, 3, but that doesn't mean we can't charge back in, and now that the peasants are here, they're going to follow everybody in as well. Though, with so many arrows falling down upon the enemy, I expect the unarmored, or not unarmored, well, mediumly armored, but unshielded pikes and halberds to be brought down extremely quickly. And in fact, by the looks of it, they are booking it on out of there. Arrows will take out the rest of the runners, and by the looks of it, I do believe this enemy army shatters, and the battle is ours. Peasants still streaming forward, as they haven't quite reached the entrance, but they were also in each other's way, and all of that. Lovely. With that, the battle is ours. Again, I'm not going to put more than 2 Grail Knights in this particular, or Grail Guardians in this particular army. The rest of the army will be the Peasant Mobs and the Battle Pilgrims, maybe a couple of those, trebuchets, the Blessed Field trebuchets. I'll think about it. The thought being, this army will be rather quick on its feet, and I'm not entirely, or not 100% sure that I want to necessarily have siege equipment, but we shall see. Anyway, for now, Miragliano, or, well, Miragliano fell to the rats, but their faction is done. Alrighty, very, very nice. We got Miragliano completely destroyed. It's sad, but, well, Miragliano itself had fallen, and we weren't going to return it to them, and they hated us for all that trespassing we did while, killing rats, so they had to go. It's just life. Sometimes, or their death, but anyway. Solid work out of the Fay Enchantress, obviously our Knights as well. This time the End as they beat the Knights of Ni, but they are leveling quite nicely already, rank 4, and will soon be able to go up to Questing Knights, I'm sure. Some work out of the Peasants, but mostly the Archers rather than the Mobs, but, well, I wasn't expecting the Mobs to do all that much damage, so much as run at the enemy and just irritate them, basically. Alright, we will occupy the place. And Miragliano should be destroyed. Man, I can hold on to the dragon head, but they're not destroyed. That's not good. That's not good at all. Did I screw up on this? Wait, quick deal.
I see.
No peace. Wait, maybe they're destroyed and it just doesn't say? I guess that's what's happening here because it's not saying. I am
My
concerned.
sight is yours.
Also, vows. Wait, no, not your vow.
What is your behest?
Vow, you. Oh,
Devotee
not
of the
quite
lady.
there. But wait. This one we should automatically get a rank 10 unless I'm mistaken. Unless the
I
third
protect
tier
Bretonnia.
vows. No, they should work because you got it
was
auto.
foretold.
But Fay Enchantress did not, so I think it's a legendary lord thing because they have unique ones. Somebody said the unique ones for caravans need to be manually done still, so I imagine this is still the same. And oh, Abino got the guardhouse. That's nice, at least for now. I'm gonna say get rid of the clothier though and replace it with the pasture. Yeah, upkeep production faction wide for all of our knights. Go figure. And we got wine and pastures. And eventually salt. I have a feeling we're going to have to wipe these guys out, unfortunately. It is green territory as well, without taking territory from other Bretonnians, sans Confederation, so yeah. Now, the other thing I'm concerned about is whether Ramamute could actually potentially ambush one of our armies, based on the way that the Skaven work. Hopefully it cannot. Bertrand, I would like you to... Okay, let's do
We have
this.
met
Alicia, you
before.
go here.
Making my
Bert,
way.
you go into Bino. And frankly,
We
we're
have
probably
met
going to send you
before.
around this way to recruit your... Well, I guess we can use somebody else to recruit them. Get those outlaws up and running. In a couple of turns, and you can meet
Devotee
up
of
and
the
then
lady.
start fighting. Ideally, if we could attack the greenskins from multiple sides, that'd be just fantastic. Either way,
Yes.
Renee, I would like you to go out here. Something like
Fortune
this.
favors you.
Alright, and hopefully that will keep you
see.
safe. And then we, we'll need to transfer this stuff to the Fay Enchantress. Oh, and I guess the unit that was lost doesn't matter over much, considering we were going to replace it anyway. Alright, now we got a little bit of money. And we should use this to invest in our economy. So, let's go once again. Landed estate, we'll upgrade Brigand. We will go for... Might as well build this. I still don't know whether it's more worth it to build the tailor as opposed to just spamming the... Chapels of the Lady. Income from all adjacent provinces 10%. Now in this particular territory, it doesn't make a lot of money. Now this causes public order issues though, and I don't really want to deal with the public order stuff right now. So we could do the cheap one, or we could just ignore it for a bit or get capacities. You know what? Let's invest in other territories then. Embrun, we still need to upgrade you at 3.2k. I would also like to get a few more knights errant for one of our new armies, so that should still happen. Let's upgrade Salignac La Rouge. And I'm really hoping that Orion can catch this guy instead of him coming here and, you know, damaging our stuff, which is a distinct possibility. And the rest of this I think we will save money on. Decent likelihood these guys come back and attack us. I think we can get rid of the training field. Oh wait, actually training fields not necessary here at all. We can upgrade the vineyard though. And don't collect the income because it's just not enough money here yet. But of course that will change. Alrighty then, Lord Not Moved and assigned skill points outpost available with whom? Modron. We have Modron, Cavaroc, and... Looks like Cavaroc has built the most stuff. And this is their tree capital, by the looks of it. I really strongly don't want to spend 2,000 gold right now, considering we got other uses for it. I'm going to risk waiting for a few turns. Alright, skip the outpost and then the turn. We don't need to do anything here, right? When the battle against vampire counts, we have hopefully enough time to still do that. 18 turns. Ugh. We gotta get back to these guys in 18 turns. Alternatively, if it doesn't happen, we can sail out of Miragliana, go back to these guys. 10 turns will have passed, hopefully by the time we take out Skavenblight. Alright, we'll see, we'll see. End turn for now. Probably could have checked Diplo, but I think we're good. Raiding and ferrying... Well, it's, again, it's not really raiding because it's a different kind of stance, but sure. Huh. If Ramamute wants to stay there and we can reach Miragliana, unless it's a full stack there, we might be able to draw him out. Depending on if he can reinforce, that would actually be really nice for us. The less armies he has, the less likely one of them jumps over the mountains or underway stances over the mountains and irritates us over there. Alright, not seeing any further attacks as yet. These guys, they just built a half a stack in one turn. Oh, Lord, okay. Yeah, and this is, I guess, another reason why we need to book it on over back here. Because these guys will have a full stack very quickly. In fact, since we're most likely going to move Bertrand as a full stack right now... Oh wow, and they're already building trolls too. That's also not great. Wider plows is great. Vision of the future expires. But we won't be able to get a new one for 1 turn, so we're fine there. When's the next Anger of the Fay? Okay, so 4 turns until we choose another one of these. More importantly, we're not going to do the other farm thing right now. We'll quickly do Decrees of Bretonnia, because again, I don't like the Valor being lost, so we'll do that first. It's important. And please, please would you kill him? Why do we have to do it? Alrighty, Fay Enchantress, you're going to head to Moraglia. Oh wow, you can go past Moragliano. But you're the only one with siege attacker. I guess we could, in theory, sack it.
Yes.
Actually, let's see what the defenses are like. It was just garbage. Pyrrhic victory? No nuke, though. Oh, I mean, they expended their nuke. More importantly, yes. On the end is now. Actually, you know what? We'll put the Banner of Swiftness for now on the Knights of Knee because they need it more because they're training. I think that makes more sense. Alrighty. You can go here. And you can go here. You know what? You can actually turn this off right now. I'll lose the melee defense. I'm willing to bet it's hurting our auto-resolve chances, because, let's face it, all of this versus just the Grail Knights alone is a loss for the enemy. So yeah. You, Bertrand, go into Chateau Levar and sit there. You, favored by the lady with the peasant bowman increase. And the Bowmen of Bergerac. So you are going to go into this army. They will have a mage now. Like so.
My lady, honor me.
Beautiful. And then you're going to go back here and then next turn start recruiting. Frankly, if I could ensure that this guy didn't kill you next turn, I would have moved you further, but it is what it is. Let's also upgrade Turin. Like so. You will reinforce in regular stance. And you need to channel. No, you do not. You need to trade with the Fay Enchantress. Like so. You here, and we will take the, I guess, minute terms here. Wow. Yeah, 20 units does not seem like a lot of the time. Maybe we should just go with 1 Grail Relic instead of 2. Their area is 75, isn't it? It's pretty big. 1 might be able to cover the entirety of the... Well, it depends how wide we make our battle line. I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm curious to see what this says now. Steel Pyrrhic Victory, really? I mean, I know that it's a siege, but... They have no chance. Oh, I forgot. Let's upgrade the Green Knight while he's here. Now, there's some good stuff here I'm willing to bet. Upkeep reduction, corruption, income from all buildings, local provinces, control +2. Unit experience gain, constant casualty replenishment rate. I gotta start with control, I think. And maybe casualty or punishment rate. You know, I'm tempted to just go casualty or punishment rate and auto-resolve this, because we just fought the rats in significantly more numbers than this and had no problem at all. We know what would happen. And also, we're kind of out of time at this episode, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Purified Waters for the constant casualty or punishment rate. We'll start with Unwavering Loyalty. Enforcement range. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good stuff everywhere. Do we need to level the rest of you? You, I suppose, could... Oh, let's get you Life Bloom, if nothing else. Yeah, we'll level them later. I don't think it's all that concerning. You can go in regular stance and attack Moragliano. Nobody will die. I know it says Pyrrhic Victory, but it's by virtue of the fact that we have a lot of peasants, so the game thinks that, you know, we're gonna take incredibly severe losses, but it's whatever. We'll need to upgrade some stuff in order to... Hey, you got Savior now, and you're rank 10 now as well. Obsidian Blade for Renee, and that's not for you. I assume the Fay Enchantress has the Valet, which is why... No, she does not. Okay, we should give the Valet to the Fay Enchantress. Magic item drop chance per battle. And you have Dragon Tooth. We can give... Amalric, I think, the Obsidian Blade. There we go. Getting a little bit harder, though it actually lacks melee defense, or melee attack rather, which is actually somewhat surprising. I'll give the defensive thing to the Friar because he's going to be a little bit more in danger than the Paladins are. Alright. And I think, folks, with that, this is probably going to be a good place to call this episode here. Next time, we go back to Embrun, and we recruit Brigands, and get Bertrand the Brigand's army up and running. We should be able to support it, and then start attacking the orcs at the same time as hopefully wiping out the Scry or Skaven for good. They have 4 territories, which presumably is these 4, though crossing the marshes is a huge issue, so I'm willing to bet that they'll have a decent amount of units back by the time that, well, they'll have an army, effectively, by the time that we're over there, so it'll be something that we need to be mindful of and not get one of these guys ambushed. Anyway, stay tuned for more Fay Enchantress. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially the threshold if you're into the double episode idea tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.